All the very best to everyone appearing for the IBPS RRB Office Assistant Prelims exam tomorrow. I hope that your exam goes very well. And in this video, we are going to take a deep dive into the IBPS RRB Office Assistant Mains examination. And I hope that for all of you preparing out there, it will be very beneficial. Hi, this is Shupriyo. So the IBPS RRB Office Assistant Examination, most of you have already probably started your preparation. If not, I hope that this video gives you some ideas and helps you start your preparation. Now you are juggling a lot of different examinations, isn't it? You have the prelims examination for the IBPS PO, you have the mains for the officers level RRB examination, and also the RRB clerical or the RRB Office Assistant exams. So I have in the previous video told you how you can juggle all of these exams and how you can allocate the time properly. So I hope that you have watched that, and in this video we are going to look deeply into the office assistant examination of IBPS RRB. Now many people sometimes feel that it's not required so much to look into this examination in depth, that if you are preparing for your officers examination then this will actually automatically be done, but that's not correct. Each and every examination has something a little bit different than the other. That is why they make different exams. Otherwise they would just give you the same exam, isn't it? So that's why you should understand a few finer things. So about the office assistant examination for the IBPS RRB, let's first think about the three sections which are most important. So the quant, the reasoning, and the English, or the Hindi if you are not giving it in English. So basically the quant section, what happened in 2019 was that overall the paper was kind of easy, but quant section was actually very tough in certain portions. So there were extremely difficult data sufficiency questions and also some extremely difficult DI questions. So these two sections, they can make extremely difficult. So you have to understand that. So whenever you are attempting the quant paper, try and focus on your number series, because number series usually they cannot make it very hard. They will give you either the missing number series or the wrong number series, and both of them are quite doable. And also focus on the quadratic equations. If you are lucky, you might get some, and also the arithmetic. Now the arithmetic, when I am talking about arithmetic, I am mentioning all the easier questions. So there might be some time and distance questions, some boats and streams, or the different partnership questions, the average, the profit and loss, the simple interest or the compound interest. Those types of questions are not that difficult. So try and pick them out, because sometimes I have seen that students are not even looking into those arithmetic questions. Directly they are going to jump into the difficult ones. So don't make that mistake. And also the data interpretation. Yes, last time it was actually very difficult, but still there were easy questions, sub questions in some data interpretation. So you have to check the question very carefully, and you might find that some questions are doable. So there will be 5 per DI, right? So there might be a situation where 2 or 3 will be actually easy questions and the other 2 will be hard, and the hard ones they will be keeping at the first, and you are going to get very confused. So don't be confused like that. Just judge each question on its own merit, and all this will be quite essential if your quant section is bit hard. And then coming to the reasoning section. So basically for the reasoning, last time it was actually moderate, and some questions were really very easy. So some moderate puzzles and seating arrangements were given. Otherwise the coding, decoding, and the questions like your blood relations, then your machine input output, and these types of questions were quite easy. Also you had some logical reasoning or some critical reasoning types of questions which were quite easy to do. So there will be many non-puzzles and non-seating arrangements which will be very easy for you to do. Just pick them out, because miscellaneous questions can save you in this section. And this year I feel that quant or reasoning, these two sections, one of them they are going to make it very hard. So either quant or either reasoning will be hard, and some people are going to be stuck on the section which is difficult, and they are not going to look at the overall picture. Don't be one of those people. This RRB Office Assistant Mains exam is not an exam that is low scoring. Many people are going to score very high. So they are actually finding out the easy questions, and they are using that composite time very well. So we'll get to that. Anyhow, these are the important things that you have to focus on, and the puzzles and seating arrangements, always do it at the very end. So that will be very beneficial to you. And also then you go to the English section. So either English or Hindi if you have opted for it. So I always say that the RRB exam, it is the easiest for somebody who is not that good in English. And remember, in the office assistant you don't even have an interview. So if you are not that strong in English, this is your best chance to make it into a bank. And in the English paper they are going to have usually very easy questions. So you are going to get some closure test questions, you are going to get fill in the blanks, you are going to get some phrase replacements, and you're also going to get some spotting errors, and all the traditional type of questions will be there, and also the RCs. So one easy RC definitely they are going to give you. So ensure that at least one RC you are attempting and you are maximizing your score in the English section. So if you are doing it like that, I am pretty sure that you will be unstoppable and you are going to get a very high score in this exam. And then coming to the computer section, so this is a section that some people have a lot of difficulty. I have uploaded 2 different PDFs in my Telegram channel, and that's going to help you. I have also created an MCQ video that was originally created for the RBI assistant exam, but it will help you in the RRB exam as well. And I've also put a book link in the description of this video. You can go check it out if you want. And computer section, easily you can score very high amount of marks. That's why they have actually changed the marks distribution. They have only put 20 marks for computer because it was getting so easy, but still those 20 marks are going to be factored in. And the general awareness, now GA section, there is a slight problem for the RRB exam because they have a lot of focus on static as well. So make sure that you are preparing the static GA because it plays a vital role in this examination. And also the time frame, so try to read GA from 1st April 2020 to around October 24. So this should be your range for your general awareness, and ensure that the months of September, the month of August, and the month of July, these 3 months you are focusing very well. There's a high likelihood of asking a lot of questions from these months, so just ensure that your GA is very well done for these 3 months. And also if you are having some difficulties, then April month you can go a little easy on that month. At the bare minimum, try and cover at least from the May month, so that most of the things you are getting under your belt. Now coming to the examination, so we have already seen this. I'll just give you a slight idea because it's a little bit different from what we discussed in the PO examination, in the RRB PO or the RRB officers level examination. So computer knowledge and general awareness, 80 questions and 60 marks. You have to complete it in 15 minutes. Okay, so this is something that is very important. You cannot afford to spend any more in these sections, so ensure that you have done that. And in the next 1 hour, what you are going to do, you are going to pick out the reasoning, the English or the Hindi, and the quant or the numerical ability. So these 3 sections you are going to give at least 1 hour, and you are going to do all the easy questions and all the doable questions that's possible. So usually if the examination is in the normal pattern, you can invest around 20 minutes in your reasoning, you can invest 20 minutes in your English or Hindi, and 20 minutes in your numerical ability. So 1 hour you are actually specifically giving to these 3 sections. And remember that sometimes some section can be difficult. So if some section is very difficult, then you can spend a little less time, and the other sections you can go ahead and spend more. Remember, there is a composite timing, so you can always come back to the difficult section so that you can ensure the cutoff marks are scored. And after this is done, so you have spent till now 1 hour and 15 minutes. So you have 45 minutes remaining. Now when you were attempting these 3 sections, the reasoning, the English, and the quant, then you found out some questions which were a little bit long, which were doable, but it would require a little bit more time investment. So these are the questions you have to mark out, and in the next 30 minutes you are basically spending time to solve those questions which were a bit long but still doable. So I would suggest that you break up this 30 minutes into 15 and 15, and as I told you that there will be one section which is very difficult, so don't spend that much time on that section. The other 2 sections, spend 15 minutes on those and try and get those little bit difficult sums done. So those are questions that are not impossible to do, but at least if you spend some time, you can go ahead and you can do it. So if you have finally done all of these things, you will be left with a final 15 minutes. And in that 15 minutes, what you can do, you can finally attack the part of the question paper which was the most difficult. So I feel that either the quant or the reasoning will be that part of the paper, and you have to try and get your cutoff scores in that paper. So that is what you are doing in the final 15 minutes. You are ensuring that you are above the cutoff in each and every section. And speaking of the cutoff, so basically if you have a maximum marks of 50, consider at least 50% will be the cutoff. So here it will be 25, here it will be 10, here it is 20, in English it is 20, and also in the numerical ability is 25. So that's a bit rough estimation of the cutoff. The cutoff should not cross above 50%. And what about the overall cutoff? So basically according to the different states, it will be varying a lot, but we have seen that most of the states it varies around 100 to 140. So this is the range of the overall cutoff. So you can keep that in mind, but of course it will ultimately depend on your paper how difficult it is. So we cannot right now guess at the cutoff, but this gives you a general idea about the type and the difficulty level of the questions. And I hope that if the difficulty level remains the same, we are going to see a similar kind of cutoff in this examination as well. And as always, feel free to jump around. So you have composite timing, right? You can jump to any section that you want. So ensure that you do not get stuck anywhere and you are jumping around and you are picking apart all the easy questions, because I can assure you there will be lot of easy questions, lot of moderate questions. So don't get stuck in the very difficult questions, because this exam you have to increase your marks, because usually the cutoff, as I told you, it will be in this range. So it will be higher than the RRB PO exam. So ensure that you keep that in mind. And of course there's going to be no interview. So this is a blessing for people who do not want to interact with the panel, and it will be very helpful. So if you are getting good marks in the mains examination, you are as good as selected. So ensure that you use this opportunity very, very well. And of course we already discussed about the sectional cutoff. So you have to just navigate the paper properly so that you do not miss any certain section and you fall below the cutoff. So ensure that you are clearing each and every sectional cutoff, because I have seen that most people in this examination fail because they are not keeping in mind that you have to give time to each and every section so that you can clear each and every test and also the overall cutoff. And I have already told you how you can manage all the exams, the different exams that are happening at the same time. I know that some of you might be getting low scores in mock tests. Don't let that demotivate you. You have enough time. The examination, it is scheduled for when? It is scheduled for 31st October 2020. So you have more than a month left, and I am sure that if you are actually spending your time very well, you can get success. So don't worry at all about that. Focus on yourself and improve yourself each and every day. I'm sure that if you put in your honest hard work, nothing is impossible. I hope that you learned something from this session and that it was beneficial to you. If you enjoyed this session, please leave a like and share it with your friends. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, please click on the subscribe button and do not forget to click the bell icon so that you, my friend, do not miss any future update. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.